everyone. Today we are going to talk about civil war, negative ethnicity, and political violence. My group members will be Caleb, Teresa, and my name is Esperance. The definition of civil war is war between citizens of the same country. Citizens of the same country can fight in order to change the government policies. The causes of civil war may include slavery, sectionalism, and lack of political rights, among many other causes. The countries that have ongoing civil war are Nigeria, Indonesia, among many others that I have not mentioned. So today, I chose to talk about Sudanese civil war that started in December 2019 by Kirill and Mashar. Kirill was the president of the country and he accused Mashar of starting a coup, and Mashar ran away and war broke. The war ended in February 22 on 2020 when these two struck a unity deal. The story of the war is long, but I choose to talk about the effects of the war on the people of Sudan. Due to the war, there is a lot of environmental hazards that include deforestation. 1.2 to 2 million people are refugees, and the war left 400,000 people dead. Due to this war also, Sudan is the poorest country, ranking 186 out of 189 in poorest country, with 82% of their people living a poor life and using less than $2 in a day to survive. There is limited water and sanitation in Sudan. There is less access to education, with 70% of their children not able to get education. Thank you.
Proceeding to negative ethnicity. Ethnicity in political development is an identity category that signifies membership in a group bounded by shared descent, history, myths, symbols, and even cultural practices. Ethnicity and ethnic groups belonging matters for political when it becomes basis for political mobilization, competition, and even conflict. The causes of negative ethnicity is due to ethical misjudgment. This is whereby one ethnic group looks at another ethnic group and passes wrong judgments on them. The ethnicity impacts attitudes among people. Many people feel strong sense of pride based on their ethnicity, and that is important part of attitudinal approach to the world and other people. They feel superior and biased against other political parties. In political development, ethical prejudices affect distribution of wealth, power, and create an enduring social stratification. Negative ethnicity can lead fights between different groups or differences between ethnical groups. They can even lead to lack of social services programs and can also lead to limited access to natural resources. Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk about political instability. Political instability means that we have disagreement between political parties and disagreement in terms of political affairs of a country. Many times we have experienced these political differences here in Kenya. A good example is in the year 2017, 2013, and even 2017, 207, which led to a post-election violence. So these political instability can lead to increased rate of poverty in a country because the government will not be able to spend, and the people are not going to buy the goods that they need, since because they are fearing that maybe the prices will be inflated or heightened. Political instability also leads to poor infrastructure, because most of the time when the government is facing some challenges, it's hard for the government to start projects like roads, and to establish maybe good communication. Political instability also scares away investors, therefore there will be low investment in a country. Political instability also leads to decreased production. Let's use an example of countries like Congo. They have very good raw materials, but now since the country is divided by two major rules, the one which is on the opposition and the one in the government, so you find that there's no way these countries going to come up with a way of establishing maybe factories and industries to produce these raw materials into finished products. The standards of living of people in a country facing a political instability is likely to be very low. We can draw this example from Rwanda when there was a political instability which eventually led to war, and this war actually, it greatly affected the people of this country. Up to date, there are still people who are suffering from the effects of that war. Basing on that also, we can see and we can use an example of here in Kenya when we faced a political instability in the year 2007. We also went through the same, and the rate at which people were suffering in the next year, which was 2008, was very high. There was no food because people didn't produce foods, and most of the things were vandalized during that political after elections violence. So generally, political instability has an impact on the economy and how the economy develops. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you.